Division previews,
Division
Rod.
series.
We are, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to go ahead and break down each division. So, we got to start with the division that is near and dear to your heart, the division that you have been supporting and rooting for pretty much your entire life, man. The AFC East, the beast of the East, man. So, Rod, how do you feel about the AFC East going into the 2025 season, man? Do you have any comments and concerns? Are you scared of anybody? Scared of anybody? You feel me? Do you feel
So,
like y'all could take the Buffalo Bills this season, man? Where are you at with the AFC East, man? Talk to the people, dog.
all right, man. All right, look, man. Listen, man. We will get into a little bit of all these teams, and I just have a few questions to ask about every team, or just a few points, right? So, look, these are my division rivals for the fans who already watch us and for the fans who are coming. We actually have a very, very broad NFL fan base. We have fans from like every team on our pod, which I love. That was the point, right? So, but this is where it gets hard for me, Herbie. It is hard for me to talk about any of these teams objectively, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try, y'all. I'm going to try to be objective. So, the New York Jets, Jets suck. All right, now let me stop. Let me take it seriously, right? Look, the Jets are a team, Herbie, that I never have expectations for the Jets, Herbie. I do. I can't. I don't sleep well in a world where the Jets are better than the Dolphins. Football has not been good to me as a Dolphin fan. I wasn't raised in the era of watching the great Dan Marino. I wasn't born in the 60s to enjoy the 70s Dolphins. Like I was born in the mediocre 500 god 8-8 Dolphins century, right? The dark century of the Miami Dolphins. But this is what I will say about the Jets, Herbie, if I'm trying to be objective. They have an opportunity to be 2 games better than last season. What I can say for them, Herbie, is that the Jets have a lot of talent on that team that is like kind of surprising. And what I mean by that is when you look at the Jets on both offense and defense, from a skill position player perspective, you think about their running back tandem, for example. Brees Hall and Braylon Allen is actually a pretty good running back tandem. You add into the fact that Justin Fields, who's known for being a mobile quarterback, they can have potential to be a really scary rushing team, to be honest with you. They drafted Mimbu in the draft to help with that offensive line, which should be a lot better this season. Um, let me see. They drafted Mason Taylor, the tight end, who's actually one of the guys that I was looking at when we were doing pre-draft stuff, right? And the main thing, Herbie, is the coaching, right? They went again with a defensive coach. They already have defensive talent on that team already, right? They still have Sauce Gardner. They still have Quentin Williams. They have studs like Will McDonald. They have studs like Quincy Williams. A solid secondary. So, the Jets aren't going to be as bad, I think, as they were last season. I think they're going to catch a lot of teams early by surprise. I think defensively they should be a lot more sound. And they have the opportunity to be a top 10 defense. They have that kind of talent, and with the coaching, it can mix. But Herbie, Justin Fields at quarterback, like, are we being serious? Like, how many times are we gonna do this experiment? You know what I mean? And shout out to hey, there we go. Jets are trash. Pats are an underdog, dark horse team for the AFC East, which I'm gonna get. Let me get to them right now. As a matter
Wait,
of
wait, wait, wait. Before you get to them, and we could blitz through because we up against it, and we just blitz through the rest of the teams. How do you feel about this Garrett Wilson contract, man?
talk to me about
90 M's to Garrett Wilson, man. Garrett Wilson is making more money than AJ Brown right now.
ridiculous, dog. And it,
Like,
you know what? I say it's ridiculous just because, like, he's a talented receiver, Herbie. But
yeah, for sure,
is he
absolutely.
better than AJ Brown? Oh,
No, now granted, AJ Brown, it's all about timing, right? So,
right.
still at this point, I think he is behind. Who is he behind? He's behind Justin Jefferson. He's behind Jamar Chase, obviously. These wide receiver contracts, because of what the Jaguars gave Christian Kirk like 6 years ago, has
Yeah.
completely wrecked the market for wide receivers, bro.
Yes,
Like
sir.
when the Jaguars gave Christian Kirk $20 million a year, the price yesterday's price was not today's price, dog. Ever
Yes,
since then,
sir.
so
Inflation
wide
spike.
receiver contracts are nuts, like nuts. Garrett Wilson might never ever make a Pro Bowl or like a serious Pro Bowl, right? Like not no alternative six alternative Pro Bowl. Like, nah.
No, they
Listen,
had to pay him. Yeah,
we
100%.
we 100%. We
Yeah,
ain't
he
saying
had
that
to
they
pay.
shouldn't. We're just saying that the there is an imbalance because for quarterbacks are paid, right? Pretty much what they should be paid. Every other position is paid what they kind of should be paid. Wide receiver is the only position where you could be a B minus, B plus receiver and get paid like a plus player. That doesn't happen for any other position, especially for cornerback, right? Like cornerbacks that get paid are the absolute best. You feel me? Derek Stingley got paid because he's the best. Sauce Gardner is going to get paid like the best. Everybody else that's a B or a minus, they ain't getting
Yeah,
10
quarterbacks
less.
and receivers, man, they got the market in the hole, man. They got a hard.
Like
They
it's
got the
it's
market.
crazy. Like Terry McLaurin is going to make $33 million a year eventually. Like he's gonna sign his contract. You got to give Terry McLaurin more money than you gave Garrett Wilson. So it is completely out of whack. Like wide receiver and QB contracts are serious out of control. I can't even say QBs because QBs, at least I can understand it because they had like if you are a good quarterback, you're gonna have a good team. That's just what it is, or a competitive team.
Right.
A good wide receiver, if you don't got a good quarterback, is useless, bro. Like it's a dependent the position. So yeah, it's crazy. Like it's nuts. It
There
is
are
nuts.
few. There are a few wide receivers like the DeAndre Hopkins of the world, the Justin Jeffersons that can make anybody look good. But even then, you need some level of talent because Tyreek Hill, when Tua's out, has been in it. Like you forget he's on the team.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely,
so
absolutely,
to
absolutely.
your point, yeah.
Because depending on the team, if they need them, they got to pay up. No, listen, you draft. Put it like this. I appreciate the Jets doing what they're supposed to do. They drafted him in the top 15. Pay the guys that you draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Jay Hitter did it without one because he's Jay Hitter, man. You feel me? Like, think about this. There, Justin Jefferson is only making $3 million more than Garrett Wilson. That don't sound kind of crazy, guys.
Woo wee.
Like that, like that don't sound kind of crazy to y'all. Justin Jefferson is at 35. Garrett Wilson is at 32. Uh,
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
that is a huge gap. There's a huge, yeah.
That's
That's
absolutely
insane. Like
insane.
that's how you got to put it in perspective. And again, I'm not hating. Get your money. Garrett Wilson is a
Mhm.
good player. You feel me? I support all the players getting paid because that makes everybody else more money. So I
Yep.
support it. It's still kind of crazy though. So let's talk about the Patriots.
Man, Herbie, the Patriots
Oh,
teams I was looking up for. Out of all the teams that I was looking up for this division series for the AFC East, this was the team that hurt me the most. And the reason why I say that, Herbie, is because unlike the Jets, who I would never have faith in, and unlike the Bills, who have just been the Bills have been the division daddy, bro. Let's just call it what it is, the division daddy for the past 5-6 years, right? But the Patriots, Herbie, I put it like this. The NFL world was extremely ecstatic and happy when Tom Brady left and he went to the Bucks. Why? Because we were sick of the New England Patriots for 20 years. It was, especially in the AFC East, it was 20 years of football tyranny. And now, Herbie, it hasn't lasted long enough for me. Like the Patriots fans, there's too many Patriots fans who are too close to the dynasty. They need more time. And I'll be honest with you, Herbie. The more I looked at the Patriots moves this offseason, especially when we were going to do this division series, this past weekend, actually, this past week, everything I looked up made me sicker, dog, the more I thought about it. Because from a Dolphin fan perspective, I want every move they make to fail. I would love for this to be a terrible take. But if I'm my football fan take, my football fan take. Hey, listen, Dro. They've been our team. Listen, man, listen. I have no reason to defend the Dolphins, dog. Don't get it twisted. I love my team, but I have no reason to defend these dudes, bro. The Dolphins have to do something on the field to get respect. So at the end of the day, it's the truth. The Bills have owned the division. But what makes this even worse is the fact that the Patriots are legitimate because right now the Dolphins are competing for number 2. That's what we're competing for. Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm not gonna just live in this fairy tale fantasy that we might steal a division. Like, the Bills got even better, and I'll get to them in a second. But look at what the Patriots did, man. This is just how I'm looking at it right now. You look at me personally, I love their first 4 picks. Will Campbell was a guy who we spoke about on this channel. I spoke about him on a few of our videos, right? Obviously, it was a long stretch for us to get him, but the Patriots drafted him. I like Trayvon. I like Travion Henderson from Ohio State. I think it won't be long before he's their starting running back. The guy Stevenson they have, I think he's going to be out the door soon. Kyle Williams, they drafted him. They drafted a center in Jared Wilson. They got Braden Swinson for the defense. And then you look at the moves they made in free agency, right? You look at the Patriots last season, Herbie, they were last in sacks last year. They didn't have much of a pass rush, right? They go out, they get a Harold Landry, right? They go out and they get a Robert Spillane, a Milton Williams. You have Christian Gonzalez and you pair him with Carlton Davis, a savvy veteran, and you already had a solid safety combination in Kyle Duggar and Jabril Peppers. And then the cherry on top of all of this, Herbie, when you look at the upgrades they made on offense, the upgrades they made on defense, the cherry on top is the coaching staff. You know, Mike Vrabel, and for Dolphin fans, I don't know how other Dolphin fans feel, but those Titan teams, bro, like those Titan teams, no matter how bad they were, have given us trouble with Mike Vrabel. No matter how good or bad they were, they've given us trouble. He has been one of the coaches that is, especially when it comes to teaching a tough defense, being great against the run. All these players are great against the run. Harold Landry, a great run defender. Both the safeties, excellent run defenders for their position. Carlton Davis is a good run defender at the cornerback position. Like, you think about you already have a front seven, and then even the secondary players can stop the run. And then you have a budding superstar in Christian Gonzalez who can literally erase. I thought he was too low on the top 100 list. They have him on the top 100. I think he should be higher. Like, he will probably be in the conversation for best corner in football with guys like Pat Surtain this season coming up. So, man, the Patriots, when you look at what they have in Vrabel, who is a sound defensive coach, and then you have Josh McDaniels on offense, who has always been excellent as a play caller. I mean, Herbie, the Dolphins, I think, are in trouble for the second place, though. I think the Patriots will be competing for a wild card spot this
And
season.
if that's the case, man, if they're competing for the second place, which I ain't gonna hold you, Rob, man. I don't know about second place, man. That means obviously there should be somebody first place, man. So who do you got coming in first place, man? We might as well just talk about the Bills, man. You know,
Yeah, of
looking
course.
to win the division for how many years in a row now?
Herbie, the Bills have won the division at least, I think, 6 straight years, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus
They've won
Christ, man.
6 straight years. 5 or 6. And here's the worst part, dude. Here's what makes it worse. One, the Titans kept us from winning the divisions. We choked against them 2 years ago. We win that
Bro,
game.
listen, it's so funny, bro,
Crazy.
because it's a funny story about that game, right? So I had to get something for my daughter, so I had to go drive all the way to Miami. And I take the turnpike. So I got on the turnpike and I'm like, dog, why is there traffic so bad? Completely forgot about the Miami Dolphins game at night, because that's one of the rare games Monday night.
Yep.
And it was on a Monday. We got there. I went to the Walmart. Anybody who's lives in South Florida, there's a Walmart right next to Dolphin Stadium, like literally across the street. I went to the Walmart, got up out of there, cool. I looked at the score. You guys were winning in the fourth quarter. I didn't even pay attention to the game because I thought the game was over. The whole drive. Like, I didn't pay attention to the game. I'm like, oh, y'all was up like 13 points for like 4 minutes or something like that,
Yeah,
or
we were
something
up like
crazy.
27-13 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, that game is over. I don't even got to look. I went to sleep, didn't look at the score, no nothing. I woke up, I put the TV on, ESPN, and they talk about the Dolphins lost that game. I said, what?
Pathetic, bro. So pathetic. Against a Mike Vrabel coach team. That's what happened. Here's the funny thing about the Patriots and the Jets, Herbie. Tua, for what it's worth, is undefeated against those teams. He's never lost to the Patriots. He's never lost to the Jets. We've lost to them in the Tua era when he hasn't played. But he himself has never lost to either of these teams. I think at least for the New England, we'll split this year. I don't think we're going to sweep them. I really do think Drake May. I talked about everything but him.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's going to make that second year leap, and he has the coordinator to do it. They did make improvements on the offensive line. We got to see how they're going to react, but I think the defense is going to be top 10. And look, you have a top 10 defense with a budding young star quarterback. Stephon Diggs, we'll see what he gives them. He's coming off an ACL. We'll see what's up. But the Patriots did their damnedest to improve the team. And I think at the very least, they'll be competing till the very end to at least make a wild card spot. Dog. Like, as much as it pains me to say it, but you can make a case right now. If you look at the Patriots roster, player for player, you can make the argument they're better than us. Easy, I think. Actually, like I think you can
Listen,
make
I looked at that roster, man. I'm
you can
making that argument, bro.
yeah, you can make that argument.
I'm making an argument. All right, let's
Yeah.
finish off with the Bills and get up out of here. What we got for the Bills?
The Buffalo Bills, man. Look, man. Look, Herbie. What more can I say about the Buffalo Bills, man? When you consider the fact that the Bills season ended in an AFC championship game against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs by 3 points, right? And they got even better. Herbie, look, I did when I was doing my research, I was really looking at this. It's insane when you think about the fact. I want people to think about this. This is some Michael Jordan type ish, right? The Chiefs have beaten the Bills in 4 out of the last 5 years in the playoffs. Like it's like the Bills are in this strange place where in reality they're only trying to gear up to take down the Chiefs. That's their goal. That has been their enemy, right? Because last season the Bills were able to overcome the Ravens in their house, and it was a close classic game, right? I look at the Bills in the draft, Herbie. They drafted Maxwell Hairston from Kentucky, cornerback. TJ Sanders, a guy we talked about on this channel when we were doing pre-draft. He was a guy I liked. If we didn't get him the Grant in the second round, I would have liked TJ. Landon Jackson, Deion Walker, Jordan Hancock. These boys went full defense in the draft, dog, for the most part, most of their picks. Then you add their free agency moves. Some people might say Joey Bosa might not do much, but they're not expecting Joey Bosa to do much. He's essentially just replacing Von Miller, right? He's going to be a guy. I think Joey Bosa over the last few seasons, 70% of his snaps are on passing downs, right? Because at the end of the day, you're not putting Joey Bosa out there to stop the run or to drop him in coverage. You're throwing him out there to go after the quarterback. And the Bills, who don't have a standout defensive pass rusher, have a whole plethora. They have probably one of the deepest defensive lines in the league. So they'll be able to rotate guys nonstop all game who can consistently put pressure on the passer. Last season, they were plus 24 in the turnover margin. So they're a team that makes plays. And that was with a shoddy secondary, right? I mean, you have Teron Johnson and you had Christian Benford, and then everybody else was suspect. So you need them to step up. But they got Tre'Davious White back. They added Josh Palmer. They added Elijah Moore, which those guys don't matter because I don't want to say they don't matter, but what I mean is Josh Allen is such a great quarterback. You give him something decent, he's going to make something nice with it. They got Michael Hoyt, who's another pass rushing defensive lineman, right? I mean, you look at all the moves the Bills have made, and all it tells me is that through hell or high water, they want to take down the Chiefs, right? They gave Josh Allen just enough weapons for him to be effective, right? You have a defense that under his name is escaping me, Sean McDermott. Under McDermott, Buffalo's defense is always formidable under McDermott, right? And even last season, even though they had a bit of a down year, they weren't great at stopping the run, and their secondary was, an injury played a part in that. But I mean, dude, what can I say about the Bills, Herbie? They're probably gonna win 13 games again, or maybe 14 games. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
what
so
can I
annoying.
say?
Like, bro, you guys, like, y'all thought y'all were free as a division, as a collective, the Dolphins and the Jets, right? You guys thought you guys were free from a chokehold by one team. You feel me? The Bills became the team that they hated, which is the Patriots. This is the new version of the Patriots. Like, fight back, man. Please, man, just fight back. One of y'all, man. Dang,
Oh,
bruh.
and shout out to Irvin, man. That's a great point. Mike Vrabel, I'm telling you, Mike Vrabel has been our kryptonite. He's been masterful game planning against Tua and countering Mike McDaniel's offense and putting a cap on them despite not being talented on D in Tennessee. Dude,
He's the X factor in New England as their head coach. Facts, bro. Facts,
beautifully said.
man.
That's how I feel. He's probably what scares me the most out of all the moves they made. Was him.
Nah, you want to know why? Because it is gonna be hilarious the starch difference from how unserious the Patriots were last season. Like, no disrespect to Gerard Mayo, he had no business being out there. Right? Like, I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate what Robert Kraft did, giving a person of color an opportunity. But dog, he had no business being out there. Mike Vrabel is bringing a serious outfit to New England. Like, you're gonna get less. First of all, hold on. We doing a lot of D riding for the opposition, man. F the Patriots, man. F the Bills.
Oh, fuck
F
them all
the
day.
Jazz.
All day.
yeah,
Fuck them all day. It's just
yeah,
we gotta be
man.
objective. We're talking
Yeah, we
NFL
could be
football.
objective, but yeah, this a
them.
Dolphins podcast, man. F them, man.
Fuck.
F them, man.
Fuck.
This is a Dolphins podcast, man. Dolphins going second in division, man. All right, never mind. I couldn't keep that lie up, Rod. I keep looking at this roster, man. This roster is bleak. Oh my God.
Bro, we need
Y'all,
listen,
Darren Waller is already TE1, bro. He's already tight end 1, bro.
I mean,
Oh my God, bro.
Man, what you? Oh, Herbie. Listen, you know what? You know what's crazy? The Dolphins have potential for this to be a comically bad season, which I think Dolphin fans wouldn't be that mad about because it would put a nice bow.
Listen, true, Irvin, true, especially your true. I don't want to tick you off, but this is gonna be the season where y'all truly see the value of Tua. Because Tua is going to make this team look better than it has any right looking. Or it could just be a disaster with him there too, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Like, yeah, y'all definitely the Cowboys of the AFC East, man, for sure. That's why we gravitate towards each other, dog. I see myself in y'all.
It's a mirror, man. You're my
It's a mirror. The
That's
Dolphins are the Cowboys. The Cowboys are the Dolphins, man. You guys are one in the same, man. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Any last words before we roll out, Rod?
Listen, man, as always, Herb, I got to give a shout out to the PHIN Outta POW community. Shout out to the OGs who came through on the pot tonight. Let's go, man. You know I love doing this shit. You know I know you love doing this shit. We'll be back again next week, man.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what division we're going to do next year, but we'll probably put a community post up. Next week. And then, yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and keep talking about some football, bro.
Countdown to the season.
We got training camp reports. I think next week are a lot of the teams report. I think the Dolphins report on the 22nd. So we're going to get a lot of training camp news. We're going to react to all the training camp battles, see how the rookies are doing, see how the veterans are doing, see how the new players or new teams are doing, man. So football is around the corner, baby. I cannot wait, baby.
Right,
all right, man. Deuces.